Are you constantly hearing people talk about being present? Everyone is saying live in the moment. But do you notice that the people who say these things over and over again don't really tell you what it means? And most importantly, they don't talk about what it looks like and what it feels like. And that's why I created the Be Present podcast. I'm going to spell it all out for you. Let's start the conversation. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Be Present podcast, where we live in the moment every day and in every way. My name is Gil Rolong, and I'm the author of the book, Lose the Weight on Your Mind, Body, and Spirit. And the reason why I've created this podcast is that in my discovery, as I was changing my life and writing about that in my book, I realized that being present was a foundation that I had to attain in order to make those changes. I went from emotional eating to finally using food in a way that brings me pleasure and it brings me nutrition. I went from living a life of fear, anxiety, and stress and worry to finally releasing those burdens and having passion and purpose in my life. So the purpose of this podcast is to discover and to experience what being present really looks like. And I'm going to talk about different subjects because being present isn't just one thing. Many people just look at being present as sitting on the grass, maybe humming or meditating. No, those are tools that can help you to be present. But being present really is your everyday life. You want to learn how to be present when you're at work. You want to learn how to be present when you're with your partner or in your relationships. You also need to be present when you're trying to work out those issues and problems in your life that you want to change. And that's what this podcast is dedicated to. So let me tell you how I'm going to format this podcast. It's going to be broken up in 3 sections. The first section is I'm going to clearly define the subject related to being present. My first video is literally going to define what present really means. And you're going to hear me repeat many times over in many podcasts that the way we become present is not with our mind, but with our body. So after I clearly define the subject, I'm going to describe what that looks like. Because if we don't understand how being present looks like, and most importantly, how it feels in our bodies, then we can't really attain that present state. The last part of the podcast, I will be discussing my goals for being present, and I'll be inviting you to comment on your goals and your progress in being present. I'm also going to give some homework to do. If you're a beginner, I'll give you a very basic thing you can do to start your journey to be present. Once you attain that basic level, you can move on to an intermediate level where you learn on a deeper level how being present can be used to affect the things in your life that you want to affect, to become aware of the things you need to be aware of to change your life. And I'll also give an advanced homework that will take your presence to the next level. So thank you for joining me on my premiere episode of the Be Present podcast. And I look forward to speaking to you more on all these subjects so we can live in the moment every day and in every way. Thank you. Thanks for sticking around. I want to do some housekeeping. This podcast is really about me talking clearly about my journey to become present and the things that I learned that helped me so much in my life. And it's improved my life so much that I've never felt so present, so alive, so appreciative of where I am in my life and where I want to go in my life. So this podcast is not therapy. It's just two friends talking, and I'm hoping through the comments you can share your experiences. This podcast does not replace you going to a professional therapist to help you when you discover things that you need professional therapy to work through. In fact, you're going to find that I'm going to constantly encourage you to go to professionals so that you can do things to heal your mind, to heal your body, and also to heal your spirit.